A good afternoon to you, and how are you doing today? I don't know where you are probably joining us from, maybe from outside Nigeria or overseas. A good afternoon to you, and a warm welcome to another e-impact initiative of SkillBuild seminar webinar. It's been fun, hasn't it? Last week was mind-blowing. I mean, it was out of this world. We had facilitators that gave us insight, informative insight, educative insight about emotional intelligence, and the educational aspect of helping persons with disabilities, especially being an influence in the society. I just want to welcome you, welcome our guests, welcome our participants from wherever you are joining. Thank you very much for taking out time to be a part of this conversation, joining this webinar today. And I can tell you for free that today is going to also be mind-blowing. Today is going to be another one where we're going to be getting, insight, educative insight, informative insight on another topic that our guest speaker is going to be taking us on today. I am Joy Udo, and I'm going to be your moderator for this session, and it's going to be a wonderful one. So feel free to ask questions, feel free to, invite that person that you think should be part of this webinar that would definitely be getting what they need for today's webinar. So just please share the link, put it on your status, put it on your social media platform, wherever you need to put it, and invite that man, invite that woman, invite that brother, invite that sister to this webinar, because I can tell you this is going to be a wonderful time. It's going to be a wonderful webinar. We're going to have a wonderful time today. Now, SkillBuild Initiative is a social impact and an organization that empowers individuals with disabilities through education, skills, skill development, and pathways to independence. Its commitment is to build a society where inclusion drives sustainable impact and equitable economic opportunities. Together, they are breaking barriers and creating a future where everyone can strive. And this is a vision that was given to the convener, Barrister Esther Ndukwe, who has been doing amazing well to make sure that persons with disabilities have the opportunity to strive in the society. And that speaks so much to the inclusive society, because we want them to strive, we want them to be a better version of themselves. Now, today, we'll have a guest speaker, and he's going to be talking about the collaborative influence building partnership that empowers and includes. That's for the inclusive community. And this speaker of ours is the head of partnership of RLabs Nigeria, is a partner of SkillBuild. They are a partner of SkillBuild, and they are one community and organization rather that wants SkillBuild to strive and on the vision of helping people in an inclusive society be a better version of themselves. Now, our guest speaker, who's also our partner, is a problem solver, an emerging global speaker with expertise spanning, for years now, and is fully on full stack digital marketing. He has expertise on business development, expertise on strategic partnership and startup innovation. He currently serves as the head of partnership at RLabs Nigeria, where he contributes to building strategic collaboration that drive innovation, social impact, and economic opportunities across Nigeria and Africa, guided by his belief in making hope contagious. With a strong background in digital marketing and business strategy, Elijah has played a key role in shaping ventures across several high-impact sectors, including fintech, edtech, job tech, and digital health. His work has supported successful fundraising of over $60,000 in startup capital in 2023, and contributed to the development of sustainable revenue streams exceeding $250,000 for decentralized enterprises since 2021. Of note is the strategic partnership with is in the strategic partnership with skillbuildinitiative and RLabs Nigeria, focusing on delivering tailored digital and digital health training programs for individuals with disability. This collaboration reflects a shared commitment to inclusion and capacity building and is structured to equip over 1,000 persons with disabilities by 2026 and with relevant digital skills, access to opportunities, and pathways into the digital economy. In his role as head of partnership, Elijah supports and advances initiatives that strengthen such inclusive collaboration. He is professional, and his journey is defined by a strong commitment to entrepreneurial innovation, inclusion, and digital transformation. With a foundation in applied physics, business, and technology, he has successfully transitioned into partnership leadership and business growth, bringing a strategic lens to sustainable impact and ecosystem development. Currently, he is also involved in the development of an edtech and job tech solution designed to expand access to digital literacy learning and employment opportunities for young Nigerians and Africa, with a long-term vision of empowering millions across the continent by 2050. Okay, with a show of hands, in the chat box, please let's welcome our facilitator for this session, Elijah Moses. Thank you very much, Elijah. It's good to have you here today.
Oh, yeah, can you hear me? Good day, good day, good day. Wow, hello. Wow, this is quite interesting. I mean, um, hearing you read the awesome stuff, I was like, okay, wow, is that me? Right. Anyways, hey, I look forward to a time. I always say this. I look forward to a time when whenever I'm being introduced, they'll just say his name is Elijah Moses, right? And then the value has been captured, the value has been delivered already. And I'm very glad and I'm grateful to be here today. Thank you so much to the esteemed visionary of this great vision. Thank you, Esther, Barrister Esther. Thank you so much, able moderator. And to every one of you who would listen to this video recording or who you're on the call right now, you're listening to me, a big shout out to you, because the world is better and the world is brighter and the world is much more of an interesting place because you are in it. I'll say that again. The world is brighter, the world is better, the world is much more of an interesting place because you are in it. So with that being said, let's head into the action for today. So I'm going to share my screen pretty soon. Um okay. Oh yes. All right. Please can you confirm if and when you can see my screen? Hooray. All right, so just a quick one. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can.
Nice. Okay. So wow. I'm always excited when event like this takes place because these kind of sections are sections that exposes three things. One, exposes the demand, the demand on the side of impact. There's a demand for impact, right? It exposes the intentionality of people, which reflects the actions they take. And number three, it is like an environment where all ideas are brought into one place. And from there, new initiatives are being developed. So collaborative influence, a new blueprint for leadership and impact. And the primary focus is basically providing the guide, the framework, the system on how you can shift your mindset from being a beneficiary to being a strategic partner. It's all about partnership building, right? Partnership that empowers and partnership that includes. Inclusive partnership is a partnership that accelerates impact. Inclusive partnership is the partnership that accelerates impact. Nobody is left behind. Nobody should be left behind. Nobody is imagined to be left behind. Nobody is excluded. Only when partnerships are inclusive enough, then you can accomplish that accelerated impact, even as an organization, as part of the things you do. Now let's go further. Let's dig deeper into the conversation for today. Now, it's a choice. It's a choice. The world is moving, and many more are moving with the move of the world from the state of dependence into the state of interdependence. So collaborative influence, what does it really mean? It means it's your ability to shape outcomes, not through authority, but through the strategic alignment of diverse strengths. Remember, I said this earlier. I said the world is a brighter place, a better place, a more interesting place because you are there, right? Every single one of us playing the roles we're supposed to play. And this makes the world much more of a better place. And when we are inclusive, we have strengths in being interdependent. When we are non-inclusive, then we experience what is called diminishing return and impact. All that means is that you have organizations who are doing awesome stuff. They're trying to they're shaking the systems, trying to do impact projects, but these projects are not sustainable. They've impacted 100 million lives or 10,000 lives or 500 lives, but there's no system of sustainability. This is impact that is not inclusive. Impact that is just one-sided. The organization doing carrying out the action of hope, but the people are not involved in the process of hope. Hence, there's no sustainability plan. And this means that every single person is required. Every single person is needed to make the system work very well. So in the system of dependence, right, you have just clarity and dependence, partner resource. You become a tool. You don't become the agent of change. You only become a tool to initiate the process of change, right? But when you move into the state of interdependence, you bring in your unique strengths. You bring in collaborative impact, and then you bring in partners resource, which is clarity, the deep sense of clarity. The unique strength talks about the people, talks about community. You cannot sustainably create impact without building structures that support community. Community building is the foundation upon which anything great will stand the test of time. And when I mean community, I don't just mean people in the high places, people in the, I mean everybody. When we are in a community, there is no barrier. There is no lens of discrimination. Wow, that's a strong word. When we are in a community, there is no lens for discrimination. Wow. So we have an environment that nurtures abilities, an environment that believes in our collective strength. This is what real collaborative partnership looks like. And you don't need to be an organization before you see yourself as a person who can necessitate or create change, who can begin or create a pathway. All right. All you need is one person meet another person that have a common vision, a common purpose. You become partners, and then you expand that purpose by executing things that connects with certain belief system. All of a sudden, many people start believing your belief. The moment you have people who believe in your belief, you now have a community. You have a voice that can be heard. So your unique strength, whatever that strength is, your partner's resource, whatever that resource is, whatever it is you have, and this does not mean money. Money is the last thing you ever need in the structure of partnership. It's the last thing. You start with the people. You start with the purpose. You start with the alignment of vision. You start with strategy. You start with the operational layout. Then you start with the current resources you have. And then money is the last thing. It's not the first, it's the last. The people are the first. All right. Now, I know that a lot of people who might be on this call, might be wondering, I don't like using the word disabled, right? I rather use the word individuals who are, this is a nice word. Individuals over who are over the boundaries of their limits. That's a new word. You are an individual who is over the boundaries of your limit. You are over it. You are ahead of it. You're not disabled. You're not physically challenged. And you're not an organization that is trying to work with the disabled. You're an organization working with people who are over the boundaries of their limits. That's a new word. So the disability advantage is real. So disability is an advantage. Many people use the word disabled. Like they throw the word over there. But that doesn't limit the individual. You are not limited. It's an advantage. It is an advantage. In fact, let me shock you. This might sound funny, but it's real. If, as an individual, maybe you have issues with a company an organization that actually deals with people who have issues with their eyes. Individuals, based on science research, who have had issues with their eyes, they become much more sharper. They become much more attuned to explore the vast expanse of creativity with their minds. Should that shock you? The eyes are more limited. The minds are unlimited. The eyes are limited. The minds are unlimited. People who might not have the hands, right? They have much more abilities than even those who have the hands. Because all of a sudden, you are way above the boundaries of limits. You're asking yourself, what much more can I do without subscribing to the known excuse? That is the advantage you have that nobody else has. So disability is not a deficit. It is a catalyst for innovation and superior performance. Do you know what it means? It's the catalyst. You are what keeps the system running. It's not deficit. It's not a disadvantage. It is an advantage. The catalyst for innovation. Because you're always thinking, what more can I do? This thing, a normal person who has just the hands can do a thing in two ways. Someone who seems not to have the hands can do that same thing that someone else can do with two hands, can do it in 50 ways because their minds are ahead of the boundaries of their known limits. Superior performance. It's not about the physical challenge in itself. It's about the mindset. It's about the belief. It's about the orientation of excellence. It's here. It's all about here. It's not about all this. So, the human capital, resilience. You are forged by navigating a world not built for you. This world was not built for you. Do you know why? Because you were created to recreate the world in your own image. So person might say, hey, an organization might be saying, oh, we're dealing with people who have issues with their feet or their legs. That's a wrong vision. You're not trying to deal with people that have issues with their feet. You are working with people who have a different orientation of how the world works. They are recreating their realities. So you by design and by default, you recreate possibilities. You recreate realities. Remember, you yourself, partnership starts with you, not with the organization. You are the first partner. So you are built different. You are equipped with all the arsenal for change. You're unique. It's a fact. You're unique. It's a fact. In fact, you are much more inspiring to the people who seem to have everything intact. This is a shocking reality. People who seem to be disabled are much more inspiring to those who seem to be enabled. People who seem to be disabled, who don't have the things that, they are much more inspiring compared to those who seem to be enabled. Why? Because you are way above the boundaries of the limits. Problem solving. constant adaptation cultivates world-class lateral thinking. I said that earlier. Your mind is far. You are far and fast. You're not ordinary. I'm saying this in two angles. Organizations who are working with this category of people, this unique set of people, they are so unique. In fact, they are the ninth wonder of the world. Anyone who you see that might have issues with one or two things, they are the ninth wonder of the world. So organizations who work with the ninth wonders of the world, they should work with this set of people with a sense of curiosity, with a sense of wonder, because they are unique. Empathy, a deep understanding of exclusion, builds stronger, more inclusive teams and communities. They are much more empathic because they understand. Other person might not understand this universe that they live in right now, but they understand it better. And one of the ways their understanding of the realities they have created is seen is in their willingness never to settle for less. As an individual, you are the first partner. Now, based on statistics, a statistic from Accenture shows that companies that champion disability inclusion achieve 28% higher revenue. I told you, even economic-wise, this is an advantage, and 30% higher profit margins. So organizations that are inclusive in nature, they experience higher revenues, higher profit margins. It's a proof. It's a financial proof. Now, time to shackle the mind. I'm going to tailor this category right now to the individual who is acting as the first partner. There are some awesome people who have done wonders in this world. This world is amazing. You know, as I imagine, I feel a bit emotional. This world have seen the steps of great people who seem not to have everything intact, and who created some of the marvels of the minds, the marvels of the minds. The marvels of the minds. Wow. I mean, I'm so excited. The first person here is called Beethoven. Beethoven had a challenge. He had a profound deafness in adulthood. But guess what? Even in this challenge, Beethoven composed his masterpiece, the Ninth Symphony, while completely deaf, relying on inner hearing. How in the world can someone compose the Ninth Symphony is considered to be one of the wonders in the field of music, the masterpiece of masterpiece. But guess what? He could not hear. How could it be that he could not hear, but he composed the masterpiece? These people who seem to have certain challenge, they are packets of wonders. I told you this. I said the disabled are much more inspiring. In quote, people who consider to be disabled, they are much more inspiring than those who are enabled. The lesson here is that true vision comes from within. When one channel closes, your internal capacity for creation must expand. When one channel closes, when it seems that one side, you dealing with people who have physical challenge, when it seems as though, hey, they like, it seems as though they're not, the hands have a challenge, the legs have a challenge, the eyes have a challenge. That does not stop their capacities for creation. It is not a disadvantage. It is an advantage in disguise. When one channel closes, your internal capacity for creation must expand. It's a must. It's a conditioning for exploits. Another amazing person here is this woman. She was a lifelong chronic pain and immobility individual. I'm trying to recall her name right now, but she was an artist. She painted her reality, turning vulnerability into her strongest asset and influencing generations. influencing generations. The lesson is this: authenticity attracts partnership. Your story, including your painful part, is a unique and powerful brand. Anyone who seems to be, in quotes, disabled, organizations that work with people who are tagged disabled, you're working with the people who are most authentic. Authenticity attracts partnership, not sympathy. Authenticity attracts partnership, not sympathy. You're not to be sympathetic to them. No, you are to be inspired by them. Let me see if I have all their names. I'll get their names. I once had their names in my mind earlier, right? There's this other amazing guy. He's considered to be one of the known pianists during his time. Trying to get I'll check to get his name. But oh wait, let me see if I can check his name. I'm coming. Let's see. Blind from birth. Composer. I'm trying to recall his name, but let's check. Black composer. Is considered to be yes. Thomas Wiggins. That's his name. Thomas Wiggins. American pianist and composers. Right? He was blind from birth based on account. It's believed that he also had autism. He was spared death at the time when it was common to kill black infants with disabilities. But this guy became one of the amazing minds in his time. He's called Blind Tom Wiggins. Blind Tom Wiggins. Yes. He used his global platform to successfully campaign for a national holiday for Dr. Martin King Luther and advanced accessibility technology. What is the lesson here in building partnership? Influence is about amplification. Use your talents. Use what seems to be a challenge. Utilize platforms. There are social media platforms right now you can speak on as an individual partner, right? Use platform to open doors for others because you have all it takes to make a world of a difference. As an organization working with the people and you as an individual partner, partnership starts with you. This other person, Helen Keller, we all know of Helen Keller. Her challenge, she was deaf, blind. She was deaf, she was blind, and she was an activist and author. How is a person blind able to write? Like how? Like imagine it. How did it happen? Well, her partnership with Annie Sullivan is the gold standard of collaborative influence. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do much more. Independence is a myth. Interdependence is the goal. Independence, just myself. Or you're just the only one there where you are. There's nobody else like you. That's the mindset of independence. And independence limits your ability because you think that all you have is all you're going to ever have. All you are is all you're going to ever be. But interdependence, I have something to give to the world. There's someone who believes in what I can give to the world. Yes, there's another person who has similar things I can give to the world. Together, we come together to amplify impact. So what is the roadmap? What are the pillars that makes partnership building possible? Remember this. Every powerful collaboration is built on a solid foundation. Before any engagement, you need to assess 3 key pillars in building inclusive partnership. Number 1, value alignment. Do your core missions and ethics match together? Can 2 work together? Can 3, 4, 5 work together except they agree? No. At the top is value. And every individual value is guided by corresponding vision. Every individual value is guided by corresponding vision. And guess what? Values secures vision. But vision creates value. It takes values to secure a vision. But you need to have a vision first to create the value. Number two, complementary skills. Do you have what I like, what I lack, and vice versa? Are we stronger together? Remember, I said that you have something, another person has something, another person has something. You all come together, you build something. Mutual benefit. Is this a clear win-win for both parties and not one-sided favor? Like some people who run projects just to run project in the name of running project. They don't consider the people in mind. That's bad. Any organization who just runs project just because of the name or of the vocals that can be connected to their brand, they are not much different than the pre-colonial masters. I'll say that again. Any organization who has an interest just to give to the community with an ulterior motive in their minds, you don't have the heart of the people in your mind. You just want to do these things to just show. You are not much different than the pre-colonial masters who groomed slaves. And that's why the value has to align together. The benefit has to be mutual. It's not about the organization, it's about the people. So how do you identify your value proposition? How can you lead with your ability? Number one, stop leading with your disability. Lead with your ability. Second question you need to ask yourself, what's your unique contribution? What problem can you solve for a potential partner? What problem can you solve for someone else who has similar challenge like you? These are the questions you ask. And with these questions, it will enable you to design strategic foresight developed from anticipating obstacles. There's a certain book written by Marcus Aurelius called Meditation. Said, the impediment to action advances action, and that which stands in the way becomes the way. Every obstacle within itself comes with an inherent solution built within it. Every disability has an ability within. Every obstacle has the potentials for promotion. Every disadvantage has an advantage. It is only a dis to those whose minds are enclosed. It's an advantage to those whose minds are open. You map out exceptional crisis management skills. These are areas you can explore. Specialized technical abilities or non-technical abilities. You know, what are the things that make you unique? Whatever makes you unique as an individual is your ability, and it is what you can contribute to the world at large. So, it's high time to flip the script. It's high time to negotiate for productivity. Don't apologize for needing accommodations. Frame them as an essential productivity tool that enables you to deliver maximum value. Accommodations there meaning your place in the world. Don't apologize for creating a space where your presence can be felt, where the abilities from your seeming disabilities can be felt. Don't apologize for your seeming inadequacies. Don't try to cower down. And as an organization, don't try to do small because you think that those people, you know, they'll always need assistance. No, don't see them as people who need assistance. Rather, work with them as individuals who have abilities for exploit and capabilities for greatness. So you need to flip the script. Very important. You move from the weak script to the strong script. How can you maximize your abilities, your output? How can you deliver project more efficiently? How can you do things better for the community? It's not about you, it's about the people. It's about the people. So, assembly your personal board of directors. Remember, it starts with you first. Sorry, someone saying something. Am I being heard? Hello?
Yes, you are.
All right, thank you. So how do you start? Partnership starts with you. You are the first person. So how do you do it? As a partner, the partner of one, there are two angles to start. You need mentors, you need sponsors. Every organization and leaders in organizations need mentors who provide advice, guidance, share insights. Look out for people who are doing so well, irrespective of their disabilities. Sponsors, people who have resources to enable the visions in your heart to burn faster. With resources that come from sponsors, your vision burns faster. And guess what? People are much more interested in knowing about you than you are in knowing about them. People who are vision driven, who act as mentors or sponsors, they are much more interested in knowing about you. They want to know about you than you are to know about them. So you need both of them. Actively seek out and cultivate relationships with individuals who can serve in these distinct roles. Plug them into your life, into your ecosystem. Some of you are already in this program. You are part of the Skill Build Initiative organization. That's an environment. You can get access to mentors there. Maybe you have projects you want to execute. You can work with Skill Build Initiative to get sponsors. Or you connect Skill Build Initiative to sponsors who can do greater works with the vision of the organization. So, talking about RLabs Nigeria, right? In RLabs, how do we apply the same thing? What is the model? We use a certain model as well, right? In RLabs, our mission is to make our driving motto is to make hope contagious. We don't see at-risk communities or people with disabilities. We see untapped assets, innovators, entrepreneurs, and leaders waiting for a platform. One of our amazing, our founder once quoted some time ago. She said, one of the words, our world, most untapped potentials are its people. And it's our responsibility to see to it that the potentials, the untapped assets in them, finds an environment, a nurturing environment for expression. So there are things we do in RLabs Nigeria, connecting with our core philosophy. Everything we do is about making hope contagious. And this is the same model we run. I'm showing you how we do it from a practical side of things as well. Our focus area, venture building, entrepreneurship capacity development, and social innovation. These are the things that have to do with the people. You are the first agent of hope. You don't need 10,000 people. You need you. You as a person, you are the first agent of hope. So how do we build platforms for brilliance? In RLabs, using a concept as well. So we have the Living Lab model where we co-create solutions with the community, not just for them, but with them. Being inclusive means everybody is carried along. Don't just do something for and leave. Do it with. Every time organizations or partners work with people, with the community involved in it, that project becomes sustainable. That's the only way to stand the test of time, building with the people in mind. People first innovation, people first program, people first project. Look at this program. This section, this webinar is a people first webinar. Every one of you are here. And those who watch this recording, you are here for a specific reason. Because the people are first. Now we have the venture support. We provide LID and entrepreneurial skill training, empowering you to build independent, sustainable businesses and careers. So the same thing also applies to you. You have the ideas as a partner. You need to know what you can give out there. Identify the abilities that can empower communities. Identify the abilities in you and the abilities in your organization that can empower communities. And by so doing, you act as a support system. I'll say that again. Identify the abilities in you that can empower communities. And by so doing, you become a support system. And the third key thing we focus on is ecosystem building, right? We connect our local innovators with global partners, tech giants, and stuff like that. We're all about ecosystem building. We work with the people. We have the people within us. We love doing these things, right? So whether it is enabling founders in our community to apply for funding opportunities from secondary sources, right? And these secondary sources are online sources. You hear, oh, an organization, Google has a funding program for people who have ideas, right? We find a way to plug people together. We find a way to close the gaps, helping people to connect ideas, their visions, with the support systems to enable them thrive in this current era, in this current world. I leave you all with this statement. Your quest begins now. The world does not need you to be fixed. Oh, let that sink in. Let that sink in. Say this. Say the word. This word does not need you to be fixed. Nobody's asking you to be fixed. Nobody wants you to be fixed. Do you know why? You are not broken. As an organization working with these people, you're not working with broken people. You're not working with people you want to fix. As an individual who might have this challenge, you are not broken. You are not broken. You are complete. You're not working with people who you are trying to fix. They're not broken. They are complete. The world needs you to lead. Enable the leaders in them. Tony Robbins had a show called Awaken the Giants in You. Awaken the giants in them. There are giants inside each and every one, irrespective of the challenge physically they might be experiencing or have experienced. There's a giant in you. There's a giant in you. Organizations are working to awaken the giants in them. As a single partner of one, you are doing the things you do to awaken the giant in others. That is ability. That's not disability. So action point. Identify one potential partner this week whose mission aligns with yours. Don't fold your hands. Don't just say, okay, he's done. Now he wants to leave. No! Do something with what you've heard, even if it's one action step. You are rewriting the narrative. And your story will be noised abroad, far and wide. Because there's something about your life that is worth discovering, that is worth exploring. There's something about organizations that are focused, who have focus for this category of people. And that journey is worthwhile. Draft a value proposition based on your unique abilities. What can you do? There is something you can do. The creator never made anything empty. It is an abomination to the laws of creation for anyone or anything to be empty of substance. The creator is a creator, and you are made in his image and his likeness. You are made to explore the possibilities within you. Nothing in this world is empty. Number 3, reach out, not to ask for help. It's not about gimme, because the name is Jimmy. But reach out to propose collaboration. People want to work with you. People want to work with you. People want to see your vision come alive. They want to be a part of a vision. I leave you with this quote from Martina Navratilova. She said, disability is a matter of perception. Perception is what you see. What you see, that is perception. Perspective is how you see it. Narrative is a script that determines how you see that thing. So the word disability is a matter of perception. If you can do just one thing well, just one thing, not many things, start with that one thing. If you can do just one thing well, you are needed by someone. You're needed by someone. You're needed by someone. As an organization, focusing on these people, if you can enable them expand on their potentials, you'll be amazed the people who want to work with you as sponsors and mentors working with you to amplify the strength of the impact of the vision that you are running with. With that being said, we come to the end of this awesome, wonderful section. Thank you. Any question? Any question? Any question? Thank you.
Thank you very much for that beautiful and amazing session. I mean, there's so much to grasp. Compared to the other facilitators that have come on board, your part maybe amplified more of the part of empathy, and not just empathy, but them trusting themselves, knowing, seeing themselves beyond the disability, but seeing themselves as, let me for a better word, a superhuman, saying that
Yes.
can achieve way beyond what normal people can. And I think that just they led last week about emotional intelligence and how to master emotional intelligence, and that just streamlines, aligns rather with what you've said today, saying, you know what, now that you have gotten that part, just see yourself as a superhuman. What other people have the capability of, you have times 4 times 10 of it, and you can do way more than that, because now thinking you're thinking way beyond, oh, am I able to achieve this? But now you're thinking, okay, now that this is zeroed out, I can't do this. How can I solve this problem? See yourself as a problem solver, seeing yourself
Yes.
way other, the disability, way beyond the disability right now. And that's just amazing, because I'm sure many of them did not even think about themselves that way. They did not,
Mhm.
presume could, factor in, I can't do this, but I can do this. And that's amazing. Thank you very much, Elijah, for that amazing
Thank
session.
you.
And thank you for the people, the reference, the ref of the auto, Bentovan. I mean, even Thomas Wiggins, you talked about. I mean, these are people that have made their footprints in history and in life, and they are models. They can be
Yes.
looked at. They can be looked at and say, you know what, this person has gone before me and he has done this. She has gone before me. She has conquered this. She has done this. I can do this, and I can do way better, because I know that I am capable of doing it. I'm sure that a lot of people in the comment section, and a lot of people that are probably going to come up on this video later, would be able to resonate and say, you know what, this is the time for me to think, this is the time for me to strategize, this is the time for me to plan. What can I
Yes.
do? This, the I can do mentality is very, very important. So I a big thank you once again for that amazing session. I'm very sure that a lot of people I have taken, one or two, or more than one or two things away from this. Okay, so I just want you to maybe touch a little bit on I know that Skill Build and RLabs Nigeria have a partnership, and I wanted you to talk about the partnership with the Yoma platform. So just a little bit, just give us a recap on the Yoma platform for the upcoming digital marketing training, and how to go about it, what the stats to gain, how long it's going to be for, and all that beautiful stuff. Thank you very much.
All right. So thanks so much once again for the excellent contribution and insight as well. And also for the excellent work in moderation, right? I'm grateful. So talking about Yomar. So yes, what is Yomar first? So Yomar is the digital youth agency marketplace. So it's a marketplace for young people to go learn relevant skill sets to upskill themselves and position themselves for the future, right? And these resources on this platform is free, right? So you go over for instance, yoma.world, YOMA, and when you come over here, you see that this is the dashboard. You see an overview of what is required, and some of the, of course, required meaning you sign up. It's free, 100% free. You're not paying anything on the platform. Then these are some of the benefits you're exposed to. You can showcase your skills and achievements. You have a data CV platform where whatever it is you're working on or you've worked on, you can put it over there. You can localize. Yoma partners will look at opportunity providers to make sure the content is relevant to you. So you have relevant context-based learnings, boost your employability. You get access to opportunities, either to work remotely, to get like internships, you can do remotely, all those jobs in general. And guess what? You can also earn while you grow. You can earn while you learn. So they have a digital token called Zlato. Every time you complete a number of courses or impact-based projects, you are compensated with Zlato, right? Which is a sign of you of just saying, hey, thank you for the good work you're doing and keep on doing it. Keep on getting better, right? And there is so much. There is so much here. I have amazing partners from UNICEF, Generation Unlimited, Atingi, African Coding Academy, Yoma. I mean, there are many. There are many partners who have come together. Look at them. Javacity, Goodwill, Skills to Succeed, RLabs, Sililo Foundation, Dignify, EDC Square, Microsoft, Yes, West African Union. There are a lot of people who have come together to make this opportunity accessible to you. Now, with respect to the forthcoming digital marketing training program. So we have what's called Skill Up with Yoma, where we identify a number of relevant skill sets for the future and enable people to actually learn, participate in these trainings and get themselves skilled and position them to get access to opportunities, job wise or internship wise, or just generally skills that can enable them pay their bills, right? So these are the things we do. And the current partnership is focused on amplifying this. So everyone who have interest in digital marketing is quite interesting. You're going to learn social media management. You're going to learn automated marketing. You're going to learn penetrative marketing. You're going to learn social media, inorganic ads, so advertisement of different kinds, how you can run ads and stuff like that, how you can build digital solutions. So the creation side of digital marketing and the business side of digital marketing you'll be exposed to end to end. Ultimately, you end up becoming a job creator and one that has the relevant skill sets to attract corresponding jobs that will pay your bills and bring some good money to your pocket. So yeah, that's an overview of Yoma and the Skill Up with Yoma um, training program. And a big shout out to my amazing colleagues as well, Mr. Beniza and Glory, and everyone in the RLabs Nigerian community coming together. And of course, Skill Build Initiative organization for coming together to make these initiatives possible for every young person out there and who might be physically challenged, right? So in summary, you want to sign up in Yoma, it's free. Go over to yoma.world. You click on login here. So if you click on login, don't worry, you might be wondering where's the sign up. It's easy. Click on login. It knows that you need to log in. When you click on it, then you go over to the sign up. So you see a sign up page, right? So you click on login, click on sign up, put your name, your phone number, your email address, stuff like that. And automatically you now have access to the dashboard for free. Yes. All right. That is, yeah, that's this. So you just click sign up. So new to Yoma, register now. So you click get register now. You can sign up with Facebook or sign up with Google. Yeah, that's all. All right. Thank you very much. Over to you.
All right, thank you very much. So it's a simple sign up step, and I'm very sure that for anybody that might have difficulty signing up and wants to know how to, be very much available to help you sign up without stress. All right, thank you very much. All right, we're going to go straight into the questions now. I have a couple of questions for Elijah, and we're going to just go straight into it. From your experience, what is the first practical step an organization should take when seeking partnership that truly supports inclusion rather than token?
That's a very interesting question. So, first practical steps are like three in one step. Number one, listen. I mean, start from there. Most people try to do things based on what they think the problem is, and as a result of that, they are um misplaced priorities as tied to the objective being accomplished. So you need to listen. You need to hear from the people whose problem you're trying to whose challenge you are trying to work with to enable them become able, right? To enable them accomplish much more, right? So listen, 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 listen. Very important. Start from the listening, right? Now, when you're done listening, the next course of action you need to do is move into what is called the design thinking model. So there's something called human-centric design thinking approach. What that means is that you take everything you've gathered from the people based on what they have said, right? And then you say to yourself, with everything I've heard, what solution can I build that puts the people first in mind? In fact, beyond just listening, become inclusive enough to involve the people in the thinking process whose challenge or whose ability you're trying to amplify. So don't work in silos, work with them in the process. So that's what's called a human-centric design thinking approach. That's the second way. Then the third key thing I'll say is capture the process, because one of the challenges you see in most organizations is that they just have projects they want to do, right? But there are no processes that reviews what has worked in the past, right? And by the way, whatever has worked in the past is not guaranteed that it will work in the future, because we live in a world of impermanence. Things are always changing. Systems are always changing, right? So documenting what has worked, improving on what has worked, identifying what did not work, and finding ways to draw insight from what did not work are some of the ways organizations can actually get started in building an inclusive, driven partnership. So, in summary, listing, move it into human-centric design thinking approach, then move it into process layout that captures the things that have worked and the things that are yet to work and the things that have not worked. Yeah.
All right, thank you for that answer to that question. So I know that RLabs Nigeria, and even with the Yoma platform, is like a tech, an ed tech platform, and they are based on helping not just persons with disability, but other people be a better persons, a better version of themselves, through education, through learning a skill, a digital skill, or helping build their career by learning soft skills and all that, right? My
Yeah.
question, my second question comes in line with how small or emerging disability focused organization build credibility when approaching large institutes or tech partners. How can they, build that credibility? How can they be able, just like our Yoma platform is carrying on its own and building credibility in the educational space right now? How can small or emerging disability focused organizations build credibility over time to approach large, institutes, large tech partners to be a part of their partnership or the vision in regards to the inclusive
Mm.
society?
Oh, that's also a very excellent question as well, right? So there are basically two ways to build strategic visibility, which of course compounds credibility because you're doing the work and enables you to unlock partnership. The first thing is visibility is built in the doing. It is built on the doing, right? So do and show, right? Do and show. Most people just do, they don't show, right? So a practical example is this. Um, hmm, it doesn't matter the good work you're doing in private, right? If people can't see what you have done and what you're doing, they can't trust you enough, even if you provide them the stats,
Yeah.
right? Data, data is good. Say, hey, we've impacted 500 people who have issues with their legs. That is you telling me. Telling me is one thing. Going to your social media platform and checking you out is another thing. Can I see 500 people gather together? Can I even count them? What does that look like? Right? So, credibility is built in the doing. Visibility is built in the doing. And people trust you to the degree to which they can see your established blueprints of social contracts. They trust you to the degree to which they can see your established blueprints of social contracts. What are social contracts? The project you've executed, the data meetings you've had, the sections you've been holding. This program is a social contract because you have more than one or two persons joining in. Event like this, after this call, for instance, this section should be sliced or diced into a podcast content, shared across the social media platform. People are seeing you in the action. They are not. It's not audio. A lot of people are doing audio. They need to see, right? It's not audio success. It needs to be seen. The Igbo will say, for those who don't understand Igbo, it's fine. They'll say, "Ane koko, ane me me," meaning you talk it and you do it, right? You're doing it and you're talking it at the same time. It has to connect, right? Let me tell you this. It doesn't matter what data you provide. People will not trust you until they'll see you doing the things you said you do. It doesn't matter what data you've provided, people will not trust you. Connecting with bigger organization, this is the second thing now. It's about trust, right? It's about trust, right? So people do business with people they trust. Funders give money to people, fundees, who they trust. Trust is a social capital, right? And social capital is built over time based on social contracts, social events, social engagement, social activation, social movement, right? Don't work in silos, be visible. And then lastly, increase your digital footprint. If I check you, don't just share social media handle link, which is fine. If I check you on Google, what comes out? If I check your organization name, what do I see? You know, what are you saying and what are people saying about you? Searching you online will show me what people are saying about you and what you are saying, right? So don't just say, hey, I have one project to impact 5,000 people, come and give me money. Nobody will give you shishi. At most, they'll tell you, oh, that's a very good work you're doing. Oh, just keep on. You will receive encouragement. You will not receive support.
Mm.
All right? So yeah, basically that's it.
Okay. Thank you very much for that response. While you were
You're
saying,
welcome.
I mean, you talked about trust. You talked about the visibility part of this organization for credibility purpose, right? So visibility, be there, let's see what you're doing. When we go on Google, what are we saying on Google? I mean, what have you done in the past? Now, you mentioned that. Then when it came to partnership, I think one thing that spoke out was trust. Because I have a question in that line. I mean, you've talked about trust already, and I wanted to know what other key mistakes, right, do organizations make when forming partnership, and how can they avoid them? Trust is a big one, but what other key mistakes do they make? Not just small organizations now, but even the larger ones, and how can they avoid them?
All right. So mistakes people actually make. I think during the presentation, I mentioned 3 of them. I'll just piggyback on them. The first one is misalignment of values, right? So you want to work with an organization whose value does not resonate with what you do. See, let me tell you this. Let me shock you. If, okay, if you as an organization, you work with another corresponding organization whose values do not align with you, if you do work with them, you betray the people you have been called to serve. Every time you try to establish partnership with people whose value does not resonate with you, you automatically betray the people you have been called to serve. You betray your community, right? And guess what? Remember, even if you form this partnership, you are still going back to go and serve the community. But now you have destroyed the trust with your own community, and a house divided against itself cannot stand. Right? So it starts with you first. There has to be an understanding and alignment of values. This alignment of values is a problem most people make. Most of them are looking out for the money. Most of them are looking out for the clouds. Don't chase the clouds. You only be a noise in the wind after a while. Number 2, there is no clarity on mutual benefit. Partnership is not one-sided. It's not about, don't just say to yourself, and we want to run an impact program to impact 1,000 people. Now, 1,000 people being impacted is your own KPI, your own win-win. But what is the organization looking for? People don't, okay. Oftentimes, people try to approach partnership from what is in it for them, right? I'll say that again. Oftentimes, people try to approach partnership from what is in it for them than what is in it for the organization. You are the last person in the equation, especially if you have the project you want to run. It is not from your end. You should try to reason from their end. What are they looking out for? When you know what they're looking out for them, it becomes easy for you to have what is called a negotiating edge in the conversation. If you just say, Hey, we have 500 people want to do this, want to do that. They'll see you as being so energetic, so passionate about your stuff. They'll see you as being selfish, actually. One-sided partnership is selfishness, corporate selfishness. But look out for their interests first. These guys understand, and it's easy for you to understand what their interests are. Check out their social media platform. What are they posting? What are they doing? Draw clues from there. Check out the CEO. What is he posting? Check out the internet. What are they saying? It gives you those are pointers, markers. Say, hey, they're doing this now. They're doing this. So they're doing this. Oh, they're doing this. So how can I build a proposal that connects with what they're currently doing, how they're currently doing it, why they're currently doing it, and then build it around what I want to do. Then present it to them as a proposal. They will not say no. They will say yes. And then lastly, complementary skills, right? If a company can do what they want to do without you, they'll do it without you. So you need to have an advantage. You need to know what you want to do and figure out a way in which what you want to do connects more with what the organization wants to do, but don't yet know how to do it. That's where complementary skills come in, right? Because if I can do anything without you, I'll do it without you. I'll be very honest. I mean, organization will do without you because they have the internal resources to run it. Right. So yeah, these are the problem people make, and I think alongside I gave the corresponding solution as well.
Yes, you
Thank you.
did. Thank you very much for that. I mean, one thing that stood out is don't be corporate selfish, right?
Yeah.
You have to have the interest of the other organization, especially the partnership organization in part,
Yes.
and also you can provide solution what they can do for themselves. You can always provide that. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for that response. All right.
You're welcome.
I want to tie it down to like a real life um scenario now. I don't know if you could share a real life example of a partnership that worked well in empowering persons, with disabilities and why it succeeded. Now that we are going to be Skill Build and Yoma having this partnership with RLabs Nigeria, I would like to learn from the ones you probably worked in the past and how they succeeded.
Okay, so very good. That's a very good question. Now you want me to give a case study. When like on the spot, they're asking you, create the case study and share it with the people. How did you do it? Okay, yeah. So I have quite a number of them. The ones that have worked. So the most recent one, we had this program with an amazing partner called Originate Lab. So Originate Lab basically focus on empowering individuals with requisite skill sets, trainings to enable them be well positioned to become employable and start a career of their choice, right? So they're trying to close the employability gap, right? And they came to us and like, hey, how can we work out something together? They've seen some of the things we've done in RLabs Nigeria. We have series of trainings, Skill Up with Uzunma program. We have licenses. We have the IU Bachelor Degree Scholarship Program. We have the Global Degree Scholarship Program. We have a lot of programs and impact-based stuff we've done. And for them, that gave them an understanding of how they can work with us. So they were like, hey, we see that you guys have a focus on enabling people who are in a way detached from the reality of the in quotes labor market, right? How can we work with you to upskill these people so they can actually make this thing happen? And we came together like, oh, I think there's something there. We work out something together, and we signed the MOU agreement and stuff like that. Now they went a step further to publish the partnership on, I think it was a Newsday or Punch newspaper, solidifying it. Like, hey, there alongside RLabs Nigeria, we're running a program to impact, 500 people with digital skill set, cutting across digital marketing. They had digital marketing, they have leadership class, they had a number of other amazing stuff. And it worked out very well. The program ran for 6 weeks. Every single Saturday was a hit, back to back, right? And the people were impacted. They were excited. Some of them, taking the knowledge they've been exposed to, went around improving their LinkedIn profile, applying for jobs, plugging themselves into interviews that will enable them get jobs and internships. Now, that is a model that works. The partner viewed things first from the angle of our strength and developed a project in mind. Oh, no, I'm not raising my hands now. Okay, I can see the AI raising my hands. So they thought about RLabs Nigeria from the angle of our strength and then came up with a project that connects our angle of strength and say, hey, can we work things out together so that your angle of strength can also be amplified in the things we do, right? So that's one example of that. Another very example is a forthcoming project we're having with skillbuildinitiative, right? So barrister Esther, she has an amazing set of awesome people, smart, amazing people who have abilities that can be explored for creative impact. And she's like, okay, this is nice. Then I was like, what do you guys do? So we gave her an understanding of what we do as a company. I was like, oh, nice. How about we do something around skill building? Right. So there are a lot of persons who might be physically challenged, but guess what? We live in a global village where you can work remotely. You don't need to work from where you are to an office. You can work from home, right? And now, like, what kind of skill set can we explore? Oh, data skill set. Data market is one of it, and it is highly in demand. And guess what? We've done the same model for other organizations, so we can repeat the process. And now we have solidified that, and we're getting started by the coming year. So these are ways we have gone around a number of partners. Like, we have signed a lot of partnerships actually. So yes, and this is how it is done. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, looking forward to, the start of this partnership for persons with disabilities in partnership with Yoma and Student Initiative. I'm sure that it's going to turn out to be a success at the end of the day, and the vision will be achieved. All right. So I have another question. Now, um, these kind of platforms, this kind of partnership is helping persons with disability, be a better version of themselves. People in an inclusive society, gain skill sets so that they could
Mm.
stand on their own, they could do better things for themselves and
Mhm.
attain greater heights. Now, their majority of them might not see that way, and why I'm saying that is because my question is actually in line with, um, can you share? No, sorry. Can you? How do you ensure rather that persons with disabilities remain, central decision makers, not just beneficiaries? Now, they how do they see that this I'm doing is for myself to be a better person, to change my life, to make my life better, and not just I'm just beneficiarying from it, I'm just benefiting from it, I'm going to be a bit laid back, let's see how it goes, especially in collaborative projects. So that's my question. How can they be decision makers? How can they be relevant? How can they be in it? How can they be, picked into the sense that, this is me, I'm doing it from the beginning to the end. I'm going to achieve the success and I'm not just benefiting from it. Like it's not a charity organization. It's not an handout. It's because this is really essentially for
Mm.
you to be a version of yourself.
That's a very great question as well. The answer is basically two things. One is a perception and perspective challenge. The organization trying to create programs for this unique set of people should not create it with a lens they're trying to provide an aid or support to them. So the organizations are at fault if the people are reacting or responding that way, because there was a projection of a misplaced priority, misplaced orientation, misplaced perspective, right? So you are not trying to provide an aid or support to the people. Cancel that. You're trying to work with the people to awaken the giants in them. So it's a perception thing. What you present determines how it is received, right? Now, the second one is it's a perspective thing. Perspective means the narrative that runs in their minds. And when I mean narrative, I basically mean their mindset. See, 80% of how a person performs entirely is about the mind. 20% is about function. 80% is about structure. I'll say that again. Wow, that's something. 80% is about structure. 20% is about function. If the structure, internal material, information in here is not changed, you will have people doing that they've been doing, acting the same way they have been acting. And guess what? I dare to say, even if they go through certain programs, they will not change, because their orientation will fight the possibility of the change they can actually experience. So until the orientation is changed, the corresponding result cannot be accomplished. So, in summary, perception. Organizations, you are not creating a program to help people. Rather, you are in a program that equips people. Don't provide aid or humanitarian support. You are equipping them. You are awakening them. You are unleashing the potentials within them. Number two, work on the structure before the function. If you work on the structure before the function, then the change becomes seamless. If you work on the structure, the mind, before the function, then the change becomes seamless. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that response. I mean, it's been a lot of mind-blowing revelations that you've been dropping right now. I mean, it, it is interesting. And I just want to round up with just one last question so that and I think this has to do with strategies. I mean, how to maintain mutual value and trust in long-term partnerships. So I'm going to take that question again. What strategies, you know, are needed to help maintain mutual value and trust in long-term partnerships?
Strategies that maintains long-term value and trust, or maintains value and trust in long-term partnership.
Yeah.
There are basically three, right? The first one I would say, right, this might look quite interesting. I'm also pulling out concept from the book, The 40 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Never outshine the master. See, when you have solidified a partnership and results start coming in, don't try to project yourself and hide the partner. You know, some people do it. Even individuals do it. You know, there's no such thing as a self-made organization, a self-made person, right? Giving credence to the people who have helped you in the journey makes the next journey much more interesting and less hard. So don't try to project you. I would rather suggest project the people you're working with than projecting yourself.
Oh.
See, project them. Don't worry. As you project them, you are being projected. Right? So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is, it doesn't matter who takes the credit. I have this quote. We can all make the world a better place if we do not mind who takes the credit. Right? So it's not about, I'm the one doing it. You're not doing that. All right. It's not about you. It's about the people you and the partner have been called to serve. Right? It's not about you. It's not about you. You are the only king in your own universe, not in everyone's universes. Right? It's not about you. So feel free. I mean, don't just take all the credit. Give all the credits. Right? Feel free. Don't feel intimidated. That hey, and you're trying to do that. See, when you remove the intimidation factor, you stop seeing yourself as a competitor. When you remove the intimidation factor, you stop seeing yourself as a competitor, because you don't compete in an ecosystem. You contribute in an ecosystem. You don't compete in an ecosystem. You contribute to the ecosystem. That's why it is called an ecosystem. Everything working together in harmony because people are contributing, not competing. And number 3, number 3, as much as possible, right? As much as possible, celebrate the people, learn to project and celebrate the people whose life are being impacted by what you do. Learn to celebrate and project the people whose lives, as a result of the partnership you have, are being impacted by what you do. Go and check out UNICEF. Have you noticed something about UNICEF social media platforms? You will not see UNICEF showing themselves like, hey, what UNICEF did. You will see the children. You see them in classrooms. They are projecting the people who are being impacted. And the people who are donating to them are seeing more reason to give them funds. I see more reason to trust them more. Don't be showing yourself. I'm doing it. If I check your social media platform, you're the only one there. You're the alpha and the omega of everything. Hello. It doesn't work that way. It only shows that you are either egoistic or you are selfish as an organization, as an individual. So never shine the master, share the credits, project, and celebrate the people who have been impacted. This is how you sustain long-term relationship and long-term partnership. Thank you.
Very, very powerful strategies, and one that not just for organizations as well. I mean, in relationships with people would definitely be beneficiary. I mean, like you mentioned, if we all don't look out for who wants to take the credit for anything, I think the world will be a little bit better. And
Yes.
when you celebrate other people, you're indirectly celebrating yourself as well,
Yeah.
because then there's a relationship already. Thank you so very much. I mean, please, in the show of ends, let's say a big thank you to our
Please,
facilitator.
I have a question, ma. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Mm,
I will take this question before we round up. All right. Over to you, James.
yeah. Thank you so much for what I've given to us. I've been receiving and receiving and receiving. My question goes this way. As a blind person, most times society don't believe that we can, produce something good. Do you understand? I learned how to make some home and body care like soap, disinfectant and others. Even what do you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Other things anyway. But when I after my production, for me to sell now, most people,
Mm-hmm.
they will believe that as a blind person, this thing might not be good. Do you understand now? That my product will not be good. That is what they believe. And some people who want to buy, they are buying out of pity, they are buying out of kind of sympathizing.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So how do we break this chain so that when I want to sell my product, at least people will buy it with passion that this is good. Do you understand?
Mm. Mm. That's a very excellent question, and that's also a business question, right? It's a business question. So there are basically 3 things you need to do, right? 3 things you need to do. The first one, you need to change perception, change the people's perception about you, right? How do you change perception?
Okay.
Do you have a social media platform? Are you on TikTok or are you on Instagram?
I am
Or do
not
you
on
have
those things, sir.
okay? Do you have somebody that can create a TikTok account for you, an Instagram account,
I can
right?
do it if I want to.
Nice. So create a TikTok account and an Instagram account. Why? Why do you need TikTok and Instagram? You need the power of platform. You need the power of platform, right? With platform, you can influence perception. With platforms, you can change narrative. So when you create this account, what do you do with them? Now I'll tell you what you do with them, right? You need a phone that can capture you in the process of making this thing in a clean environment, in a nice place, the way you make it, right? Let somebody video you
Okay.
doing it, right? In fact, as you're doing it, you can add the elements of inspiration in the process. You can say, oh, right now I'm mixing caustic soda into this, to get a certain kind of reaction. Notice I just close my eyes, right? To get a certain kind of reaction. Life is a mixture of a lot of things. and you never can tell what the reaction will look like. But guess what? It doesn't matter what the reaction looks like when you mix these things. The main thing is that you basically just believe that everything will work out together for your good. I mean, you're wondering right now if I can see and if I'm mixing this thing quite right. It's not about the eye, it's about the mind, it's about the heart, right? So I mix those things together, and guess what? And I have a beautiful product. Wow. A beautiful product born out of the pictures, the images of my mind, not just the eyes. So I challenge you also out there. I mean, you watching this thing right now, you have two eyes that can see. What are you doing with it? I mean, some of you out there have things that seems complete. What are you doing with it? Why are you limiting yourself? I'm unlimited. I'm the unlimited seen one who sees potentials in the things I do. So I have this beautiful soap born out of a story. Now, this soap is born out of a story, born out of a vision, born out of a drive, born out of an inspiration. When you buy this soap, you're not just buying a regular soap. You're buying ideas that will change you because you use the soap. You ask yourself, wow, it was made by someone who could not see. Watch, my eyes are closed. But this soap is doing wonders. The potentials and the one who can see all things, even though the eye seems not to be working. Now they'll buy into the soap. They are buying into the vision. They're buying into the story. They're buying into the inspiration. They're buying into what they can, what they could be. They're buying into potentials. Remember, I said something the other time. I said more people around the world are inspired by people who are in quotes disabled than those who are enabled. Because there's the element, there's the energy of inspiration you carry that other people can't do. Like when you told me right now that you couldn't see, but you're making it, something like, wow. People don't know this. You have a lot of people who are giving excuses. Before you say Jack, lo and behold, if you become consistent like this, you become a speaker. Right? They'll hold the conference, they'll call you, and you go to this conference. Let me shock you. The soap you are creating can be right now. You might be selling the soap to some people who are paying like 500 naira for it. But when you're invited to this kind of event, this kind of conference, the soap value can go as high as 100,000 naira per soap. It's not about the soap, it's about the personality. It's about the inspiration behind the creation of that thing. You tell them I came to this speaking place with this event with just 10 bars of all seen soap, right? And by the time I'm done speaking here, each of the soap is going for 100,000 naira each. So, and by the time you're done speaking with them, you tell them you have just 10. You'll be amazed. One person can buy 6 on the spot. But guess what? The same other people who is buying the 500 naira, another audience is paying 100,000 naira for the same soap you are creating. What changed? Only 2 things changed: value, not value, the platform you use and the place you were. So you use platform to direct you into places of relevance. These platforms are for you. Now, the second key thing you need to do is branding. Branding has to do with packaging. You might be very good in the creation, but not the packaging. You can identify 1 or 2 other persons who could work with you, people who are good at branding. You could reach out to Esther as well, Barrister Esther, or other amazing persons in the community to package what you have. You'll be amazed, right? Branding and safety, right? So whatever it is you're doing, because of the kind of people you are selling to, you also need to have like NASDAQ stuff, right? And you have good branding, right? You'll be amazed. People will be ordering your stuff. You'll be out to be creating this thing. People will be asking for your product in Asia, in Europe. Export. That is it. They are not just buying a product. They are buying visions. They are buying into the story of enablement. They are buying into you as a person. Right? This is how you stand out. So use this platform. Start today. Start the way you are. Don't worry about being everything. Just start. In fact, people are much more interested in your process. So you got started. Maybe you might be living in 1 room or 2 room or 3 room. It doesn't matter. Start from there. Video yourself in the process. Let people see how you started. Right? Let people see how you started. You'll be amazed. You will be amazed. You'll be amazed. You'll be a speaker. You'll be a facilitator. You'll be a trainer. Imagine You closing your eyes. You have 500 people who have eyes watching a man whose eyes are closed, creating wonders. They will leave that place that day, not just with the recipe of creating soap. They will leave that place that day with the inspiration never to settle for less. That
Yes,
is
sir.
it. So use this platform, TikTok, Instagram, position yourself for the advantage. All right.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much. James, I'm sure your question has been answered and you've been able to get, one or two motivation on how to go about, your business and how to scale up and be a game changer in your business, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Amazing.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much again, Elijah, for that amazing session. Thank you for all the answers to all the questions. Your feedback and how you have analyzed everything that you said so far has been so amazing. And I just want to give a recap that the digital marketing training for individuals with disabilities, powered by Skillbuild Initiative and in partnership with RLabs and Yuma, is going to be kick-starting and it's going to be starting the first quarter of 2026.
Okay.
And
Sorry,
also,
can I?
yes, please.
Yeah, so it's RLabs Nigeria and Yoma. Because RLabs is in about 25 countries. Yeah, okay. No
RLabs
problem.
Nigeria and Yoma. Okay. So the
Yeah.
digital partnership is going to be cleared up in the first quarter of 2026. And individuals or candidates that were in the first cohort, for the first cohort to be announced, rather, they're going to be reaching out to those that shown interest and those that want to be a part of it. They're going to be reaching out to you individuals and candidates pretty soon so that you can register for it and be a part of it. Also want to let us know that we're going to be putting out our newsletter. It'll be published with full details. The newsletter is going to go and have about how the EE part went and the how we have come over to the ending and how amazing it has been. It's also going to talk about how she impact was as well, and also the CWS 70 process that we had within the week. That was amazing, where we talked about the female folks right now in inclusive society and the impact we can make. All right. I want to give a special appreciation and applause to our guest speaker and also every participant that's been a part of the impact from the beginning to now. You are amazing. Thank you for staying and taking our time to be a part of this webinar. It's been amazing. I have been blessed and not just blessed. Information have come in. I've been educated. Like the Gen Z will say, I have eaten and I ate properly because it has been an amazing time. I want to say a big thank you to our partners, RLabs Nigeria. I want to say a big thank you to Dr. Zeribe Nwosu, Udo, Elijah Moses, and every other person, and even the convener of the School Build Initiative, Barrister Esther Ndukwe, for this beautiful webinar that's been put together to impact the men in the inclusive community and let them know that they can be a better version of themselves. All right. We're going to be having a lot of amazing things coming up. Just look out for the newsletter and also look out for the Sword, which is a multimedia of Skillbuilding Initiative. It's a podcast where we're going to be having persons that have conquered disability. That's the right word I want to use. Share their truth, share their story, share what they're doing, share the relevance they are creating, and how they're impacting their society. And just look out for that. It's going to be something you want to be a part of, you want to listen in, and just motivate you to be a better version of yourself. Until next time, it's been an amazing opportunity being your moderator. I look forward to seeing another webinar and another event and another initiative of Skillbuild. Have a fantastic day. My name is Ido. Bye for now.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Me and you. just a man, but he'd kill his son for the price of a lamb. And let us consider ordinary Job, who lost it all, but in God had his hope. Now ordinary David, a little shepherd boy, brought down Goliath with a stone and a toy. Sweet little Jesus, ordinary child, the carpenter's first son, humble and mild. If anybody told you he'd be Messiah, you probably would laugh it off, I know. So let us have